The goal for today is to help each of you in whatever way I can quiet your mind, quiet that survival mind that's probably on high alert right now, and kind of search deeper within yourself as to what else this could mean beyond the distress that a lot of people are experiencing, both literally experiencing as well as existentially, in terms of worry and anxiety and fear about what the future holds. And primarily, our experience of reality is the result of whatever we choose to focus on. And a lot of people, would call themselves realists and would say, you're wrong. They would say to me, you're wrong. Reality is one thing. It is what it is. And there's no um, other way for it to be than the way that it is. And I wholeheartedly disagree with that perspective on reality, because at any given time, there's more data, more stimuli, more information that passes into our senses than our conscious mind can ever become aware of at any given time. And I don't know the exact number. I don't know that anybody knows, but let's just throw a number out there. A lot of it, 90%, let's say, of the data and the information and the stimuli that pass through our senses are never captured by the conscious mind and never make it into our memory of reality. We experience only that part of reality that we're ready to experience at the time. So I know that I've passed through places and I've run into people multiple times in my life. And each time I've run into them or passed through those places, the second, the third, the fourth time, I've noticed different things about them that I didn't notice before. And certainly some of that may be that they've changed. But even when I've watched movies over and over and over again, which are, clearly don't change, at least, you know, not from not whatever's been put out, that always remains the same. And yet I notice different things each time I watch the movie. And it's really because I've changed and because I'm able and capable of observing new things in the movie that I wasn't ready to become aware of when I was watching the movie. And so there are some people who are going through this really challenging time, and they're having one experience of this, of the news. They're having one experience, one emotional reaction every time they read the news or hear the news or um, talk to someone. And there are others of us who have or having a completely different experience. Part of it might be, of course, that our financial situation might be different or our job situation might be different, but a lot of it is mindset. A lot of it is what those individuals, what each individual is open to and willing to focus on. So I know some people, people very close to me actually, who take pride in being extreme negativists, and they actually feel that as long as they're pointing out what's wrong, and as long as they're pointing out what's negative, and as long as they're informing everyone around them about what's negative, then they're being responsible. Um, they're doing their duty, and they're being realistic. And I'm pretty much the complete opposite, where I always want to be focused on what's the good in the situation, the silver lining. It's not something that this has been the way I've always been, and this isn't something that I've learned how to do as a result of being in this profession, although that ability has gotten stronger because of being in this profession. So I would just like to ask you a question, food for thought. Right now in the last few days, what have you been focused on? Have you been focused on primarily all the things that are going wrong? Are you focused on um, maybe what's going wrong, but your mind just kind of pushes through that and moves into what the opportunities might be there? Um, is your mind focused on how this situation is affecting you personally and your family. Um, is your mind then also passing through that thought and moving on to, others and how this is affecting others and what can you do or what can we do to help others as well? So I think reality is whatever we choose to make it. I think reality is whatever we choose to focus on, kind of like, going to a party with, but only looking through a camera, for example. You go to a party, you have a camera, you look through the viewfinder, um, and your experience of the party is whatever that viewfinder, whatever that lens is focused on. And that lens only has so much capacity, it only has so much field of view. And wherever that lens moves, that's the experience that is being had at the time. And if the camera is focused on the people dancing, it's a good party. If the camera is focused on people arguing by the bar, then it's a bad party, and so on and so forth. So while there are certainly many people who are experiencing tragedy right now, and I want to honor them and respect them and really keep them in our thoughts, there are also um, many good things to be experienced from this um, passage of events. And things are going to get worse, I believe, before they get better. Certainly, we're still not out of the exponential growth of the spread of this virus. Um, the economy certainly hasn't bottomed out yet, for sure. It's a snowball that's rolling downhill. But amidst all of that, there are at least 5 beautiful things right now in your life that is the result of this situation. And I've got my 5 and more, and you've got your 5 and more. And throughout this simple meditation that we're going to do, I'd like for you to challenge yourself to think of not only 5 things that you're grateful for, that you appreciate out of this situation, but also 5 ways in which you would like to pass this on to people that are less fortunate. And hopefully you're each sitting in a place where you can maybe grab your phone or grab a notebook and jot some of these things down. So 5 things that you're grateful for that you're experiencing right now as a result of this situation, global situation. And then 5 ways in which you'd like to pass that forward, pay that forward, to give to others who maybe don't have the same situation, that you have in your life. And I don't know what anyone's situation is firsthand. As a result of traveling across the country, I really haven't had a chance to connect with, um, current clients nor past clients, other than sending out the emails inviting people to join me today. But I'm going to do this again. And again, I just didn't want to commit to a weekly schedule until kind of I ironed out my situation here. But I definitely want to do it as often as possible. So I look forward to you joining me again in the future. But for now, let's begin. Okay, let's begin by finding a comfortable position for your body. Okay, laying down is not what you want to do. You do not want to be laying down. You want to be somewhat elevated. Even being perfectly seated is fine. Um, I'm in a car, so I'm perfectly vertically seated. Um, And if you decide to do that, go ahead and place your feet flat on the floor. You know, don't cross your legs. Don't, you know, be leaning one side or another. Just allow yourself to be symmetrically seated or reclined. Allow your hands to be comfortably at your sides or across your stomach or what have you. Allow your feet to be comfortably positioned so that there's no pressure on any part of the body. And as you assume this comfortable position, allow yourself to just notice how your body is feeling. Notice any tension in your shoulders. Notice whether your breath is flowing in and out easily, or if there might be tension in your chest. Have you been holding your breath lately? Notice your hands. Notice any sensations in your hands, any tension. Notice your feet. Notice any tension in your feet. Notice the temperature of your feet, perhaps. Are they warm? Are they cold? Just allow your awareness to sink into yourself. Pull in all those parts of you that might be floating around all over the world, all over the globe. Reel them all in. Pull them in closer to you, little by little. All those parts of you, bring them in closer and closer until they're all coming together into you, as you. These parts are you. Because for right now, for the next few minutes, nothing else matters. Your focus is on you for now, on this gift that you give yourself, this gift of relaxation and perspective, this gift of focus and gratitude. And what you'll find that as your mind begins to relax, your body will follow too. And sometimes it works in the reverse. Sometimes as your body begins to relax, you might find that your mind begins to relax too. Because we're all in this big, continuous cycle, this loop. And sometimes we don't realize that we're caught up in a pattern of worry, in a pattern of anxiety, in a pattern of fear. And since most of us are very successful, since most of us are very achievement oriented, we would never ever call it fear. We would call it stress. And that's okay. But too much stress can have a negative effect on your body. Too much stress can have a negative effect on your immune system. So give yourself the gift, give yourself the ability to relax now. In fact, as you breathe in for the next few seconds, for the next few breaths, silently say to yourself, relax as you inhale. Just silently say to yourself, relax as you inhale. That's right. And you might notice your physical body beginning to let go now. You might notice your physical body beginning to unwind. And soon your mind will follow. And if your mind begins to wander, that's perfectly okay. Because your unconscious mind will always be listening to the positive suggestions that I say or that you may say to yourself. And so in your mind's eye, guide yourself, take yourself to the most beautiful, peaceful place in nature that you can imagine now. And just notice everything you can with all of your senses. Notice the sights. Notice all the details. Look all around in your mind's eye. And really begin to appreciate this space that could be from your past or from your imagination. And then notice any sounds from all around. And the feelings here, the sensations, the physical sensations such as the ground under your feet. Notice. Maybe the air, a breeze blowing by, or just the temperature there. This is like a vacation that lives inside you at all times, and you can come here anytime you choose. All you need to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath, and silently say to yourself, relax. Now, notice the clouds passing by, because now there are clouds passing by in this beautiful blue sky. And one of these clouds is bigger and fluffier and more noticeable than all the rest. And in your imagination, focus on that cloud. Allow that cloud to really come into view. And as you do, notice that the clouds begin to dissipate, to break apart, to disappear. Just let it go. Let it keep breaking apart, dissipating, disappearing until it's all gone. Because in a moment, it's time to find a comfortable spot in this beautiful space to rest your body. And in this beautiful space, now you find the perfect spot. And you take yourself there and you allow your body to lay comfortably. And you notice your entire being begin to open to where even your breath comes more naturally and more slowly as your belly begins to gently rise and fall in the most natural, easy, comfortable way. And as you breathe in, you notice that every muscle begins to slowly, slowly relax, because there's no rush. Take your time. You could relax now all the way down to your most comfortable, deep, relaxed level now. Or you could just wait a moment or two and do so when you are ready to relax completely. For now, the beautiful sun shines down on you. It's the perfect temperature. It warms your face, your body, kind of dances against your skin in the most gentle, delicate way, like a kind of like a veil, like a mist that envelops you. And this sun now, this golden light, begins to flow through you. It begins to flow through the crown of your head like a wonderful, simple stream of light flowing through you, through the crown of your head all the way down to your feet. And as it flows, it begins to relax and unwind every muscle in your body so that the forehead begins to relax now. And those eyes begin to relax. As the golden light flows down and around, all the muscles of the eyes begin to relax completely. And it flows down the face so that every muscle of the jaw begins to relax. And maybe, just maybe, you allow your mouth to open, to relax, to just let go. Because as your lips part, it sends a signal to the rest of your body that it's time to relax. And so as that golden light flows down the back of the head and down the back of the neck, you might notice how every muscle in the back of the neck begins to relax. And even as your head may remain comfortably positioned between your shoulders, a deep sense of relaxation begins to flow down your spine. This sense of relaxation invites every tendon, every muscle, every cell around the spine to unwind completely so that your back just settles into its most natural and comfortable position possible. And the front of your neck, the flow of that golden light down the front of the neck and across the shoulders brings a sense of deep relaxation to every muscle, every cell. And that golden light flows down the arms so that the arms are heavy they just get heavier. They just get more comfortable and more relaxed, more still. And as each arm, as each muscle, as each tendon in the arms and the hands grows heavier and more still, it might just begin to feel as though they are so completely limp, so heavy, just heavier and heavier, as though every ounce of tension is just draining and dripping away, escaping, releasing, flowing down the arms, so the arms become heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier all the way down to the fingertips. And it's almost like from the tips of every finger flows all that stress and strain. It just all drains away. It just flows out of you. And it can keep flowing, even as the light keeps flowing down your center, down and around your heart center. The light wraps itself around your heart so that your heart feels light, feels expansive, feels warm, feels open. The base of your throat begins to feel open too. The base of your throat, the seat of communication. Maybe there are some positive things that one day you'll say about yourself. Maybe this is the beginning of deep appreciation for yourself as a person with a big heart who's capable of so much good, who has so much to offer, and yet who sometimes sells themselves short. Because often we're more significant and important in others' lives than we've ever allowed ourselves to believe. And maybe we need to give ourselves some of that appreciation now. And that light, as it flows around your heart and it flows down further past the diaphragm. Maybe with each exhale now, you can also say deeper and deeper, so that as you exhale, you can just silently say to yourself deeper and deeper. You can silently say the word relax as you inhale, and then deeper and deeper as you exhale, as a gentle, silent suggestion from you to your body that you can do anytime you choose. A gift you can give yourself anytime you need to. And that golden light, as it continues to travel down past your diaphragm and around every organ in your abdomen, as it wraps around every tissue, every inch of you, welcomes this golden light, which gives you the gift of relaxation, gives you the gift to relax even deeper now. Even deeper, because the deeper you go, the better you feel. The deeper you go, the better you see what needs to be seen. The deeper you go, the better you do at everything. Because sometimes the key to doing more is learning how to do nothing, to reset your body, to reset your nervous system. And the deeper you go, the more you can accomplish. As you move forward, everything can become easier and easier every day with a new perspective, with a new clarity. It just takes courage to let go of the need to do or think anything right now except a sense of gratitude for this gift you chose to give yourself now. Go deeper and deeper inside your unconscious now. Go deeper and deeper inside your unconscious now. And allow that golden light to flow down and around your hips so that your lower abdomen, your hips, that seat of creativity, that seat of raw power can flow. The energy, the light flows down each leg so that each thigh can relax now. Each muscle on the front of the leg and the back of the leg begins to relax now deeper and deeper and deeper. More and more at peace with each breath. You can just let go and know that in the end, everything will be okay. In the end, everything will be just fine. In the end, you will be a new person, a stronger person, a person with power beyond your wildest dreams today, and not power over others, rather, power to create the most beautiful life for yourself and others. This power to create is our greatest gift, and it is in creating that we become fully human. So continue to allow that golden light to flow down over your knees, your lower legs, and around your ankles, so that all those tiny bones around the ankle relax, and any tension in your feet just melts away, so that it feels as though that light can just flow out of the soles of your feet and carry with it any and all residual stress and strain in the body. Just flows and drains away, flows down and out, and just keeps going, keeps flowing, drips and soaks into the ground the same way that rain might melt into the earth on a warm summer day. Because this is your natural state, this state of complete relaxation. And it's okay to be in this place here, because from this place, you can find answers. In this beautiful space, you can find hope. In this beautiful state, you can create the version of you that will make yourself proud, the version of you that will bring everything good that you can possibly bring into the world. You have so much to offer, more than you've ever imagined that you could. And so I'd like you to give yourself the opportunity to go even deeper now, to go down to a level where you can access information inside your unconscious that you may have never even known you could find. Ideas, inspiration, appreciation, gratitude, gifts for yourself and others. Because some people find that the more appreciation they can give to themselves, the more appreciation they have for others. Some people find that when they can give themselves forgiveness for something small they may have done in the past, over time they find it easier and easier to forgive others. Each person is unique, but we all have some common aspects. But first, just allow yourself to imagine a small little lagoon, a small little pond of the most clean, pure, refreshing water. Perfectly warm, perfectly safe, the perfect temperature, the perfect depth. And as you allow yourself to gently step forward into the water, this warm, cleansing, pure liquid envelops you, wraps around your ankles, your lower legs, your knees, your thighs, as you step further and further into this little lagoon, this little pool of liquid relaxation. And as you step further and further into this space, into this little pool of water, you begin to feel it support you. You begin to feel it sustain you. You feel every muscle let go even more as you float, as you allow yourself to be completely supported by this liquid relaxation that envelops you on all sides. And soon you notice the gentle sway, the gentle movement, the left and right, back and forth, the movement of the water, which soothes and quiets your mind, so that every day you can find everything right in the moment. Every day you can find everything good to give others, gifts to give yourself, and everyone around you feels so blessed to know you. And I don't know exactly how the coming days will unfold in your life, but somewhere inside your unconscious now you do. And so this gentle sway of the water begins to release emotions from within you that you need to be free of. Release emotions from within you that you need to let go of. And these emotions begin to flow from you from every pore, from every cell, like tiny thin ribbons of ink or tiny thin wisps and tendrils of smoke. But within the water, the liquid simply draws from you, draws out of you all of those emotions that you need to be free of, all of those emotions you need to let go of, all of those emotions that you've been carrying around for too long that might have been holding you back, keeping you tight. Instead, in this moment, it might feel as though you are completely loose and free, with the ability to let go of everything which doesn't serve you. Just continue to let every emotion flow out of you in whatever color, in whatever flow, in whatever size it needs to. And then relax. Relax even deeper. Relax even more. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Because in a moment, you're going to go on a journey. You're going to take a walk through a beautiful meadow, a meadow that leads to a mountain. And as you walk through that meadow, now you notice a backpack. And in that backpack, as you lift it a little, you notice it's very, very heavy. It's very, very full. Inside that backpack is all of the difficult times, all of the unhappy memories, all of the people who've hurt you, all of the experiences which you may believe have negatively affected you. It's all in that backpack. It's one of those really big cavernous backpacks that you could fit an entire lifetime of supplies in there. Only this one is carrying a lifetime of memories, all of them negative. Put it on. Put on this backpack and start walking towards that mountain. You can see the path. You can see the roots of the trees trying to trip you. You can see the rocks all around trying to sprain your ankle. And you're going to walk. And you notice the weight on your back that has you bent over. You notice that you might be breathing heavier now as you walk through and up this steep path around the mountain, because this mountain is so steep, it's impossible to go perfectly vertically up. You have to go around and around and around. And you notice the trees, and you notice every step might feel really difficult right now. Every step might feel really uncertain. Every step might feel like a waste of time. But you still keep putting one foot in front of the other. And you carry on. You carry that backpack. You keep going. And soon you see what looks to be a break in the trees. Almost like a little scenic outlook. And you step out of the woods and you look out over the landscape. And you notice how incredibly majestic and beautiful. And you can see for miles. You can see things you never noticed before. You can see things in a way that you've never been able to appreciate. It's time to let go of at least one big thing inside that backpack. Put the backpack down, off your shoulders, on the ground, open it up, reach inside and grab whatever needs to be freed, whatever needs to be released. Some people have thrown off the mountain the most unusual things, people, objects, buildings. This is your imagination. You can do anything you want. Reach into that backpack, pull out whatever it is that needs to be freed, and then throw it off the mountain. Throw it as hard as you can, and that wind, that strong wind from around the mountain, picks it up and takes it away and carries it well beyond your visual field. It just keeps going and going and going and going, and it's gone. And it's gone. And you can take that backpack, put it back on your back, and continue up the mountain. Maybe now each step feels a little bit more sure than before. Maybe there's still some concern. Maybe there's still some curiosity about how long it will take to make it to the top. But you begin to trust more. You begin to believe. You begin to feel and see and sense that you have whatever it takes inside you already. And so you walk a little faster now. You can kind of sense that there's maybe another opportunity up ahead to be free of yet another piece of baggage inside your backpack. And you see it up ahead. Go ahead and step out onto that beautiful scenic overlook. This time you can see a different part of the landscape. Still incredible, still breathtaking, still amazing. You know what to do. Take that backpack, put it down, reach inside, and pull out the next thing that needs to be freed, that needs to be released and given to the wind. 1, 2, 3, throw it off the mountain far and faster than even your eye can see. That wind has picked up and taken it away to where it's gone. And that's it. It's gone. All you have left is that backpack and maybe a few more things inside to put it on and carry on and continue up the mountain, one foot in front of the other, this time more sure, more secure, more excited, more clear. You even walk straighter. You walk with your head higher, where now you can see things you couldn't see before. You can see the trees in a way you weren't able to notice earlier. You even notice the little animals in the periphery. You kind of notice things about yourself, your posture, your stance, your confidence maybe has gotten stronger now. It feels good to be free of the past. It feels good to let go of what doesn't serve you. And so you continue and you find the next scenic overlook. You find the next spot where you can step outside, now a different part of the landscape. Again, incredible. This time you can see even further because you're higher up. You have an even better perspective than you did before. And so now you reach into that backpack. You reach in and you grab one, maybe even two this time. You grab and you fling it off the mountain. You fling it, the wind picks it up and takes it and carries it further and further and further away to where it is gone. It is gone and there's nothing left. It's just gone. And so, inside your heart, you might be smiling. You might be really happy. And even though you know there is certainly more work ahead, it feels so good to have done what you just did. You might feel free, and free in a way that words cannot even begin to express. A freedom that is in you, as part of you. Nothing that the conscious mind could ever understand. So you pick up that backpack one more time, put it on. It could be almost empty for all I know, but you carry on, you keep climbing up that mountain, and now you really begin to notice that the scenery is changing. You're getting to the top. It's really no more trees now, it's becoming more like brush and rocks. And you can tell you're getting to the top. You're getting to the peak. You're getting to that part of the journey where you've made it. You're there. You stand on the top of that mountain and you look all around you, 360 degrees all around, and you see the magnificence that is the landscape of your mind, the landscape of your life. And everything that you see is incredible. There's so much beauty here. There's so much joy. There's lands and rivers, everything that you could ever ask for is all around you already. And you think, man, I wish everyone could experience this right now. And maybe you decide that you will help someone else have this incredible experience themselves. Yet there's one more thing to do. That backpack, doesn't matter what's left in it, one thing, 10 things, or nothing. It's time to throw the backpack off the mountain. I'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Throw that backpack off the mountain with all your strength, with all your might. Throw it, watch it be picked up by the wind, be carried away, be further and further and further and further and further and further to where there's nothing left. It's all gone. Everything's gone. You might feel so free, so happy, so excited about what lies ahead, so drawn to that part of you that has courage, that part of you that has compassion, that part of you that has love for yourself and others. Because every relationship that we have is a reflection of the relationship we have with ourselves. And so as you feel free today, every day might feel a little bit more free and more full of love for yourself and others. And maybe you can come back to this mountain every day. Maybe it's as simple as taking a deep breath and silently saying the word relax to yourself. Maybe it's as simple as beginning to notice your body and saying the words relax now to yourself, and you can see and feel yourself back on this mountain, in this space, to get a new perspective anytime you need to get a new perspective on a difficult problem. Because wise people often say that a problem can never be solved with the same thinking that created it. And so this might be that new way of thinking for you. And so it's time to walk back down the mountain, to leave behind everything which doesn't serve you, and bring back with you everything good, everything positive, even all those emotions, those insights which you may not be consciously aware of at all. Because so much information can be communicated in silence, so much information can be communicated implicitly. But your unconscious is always listening, even to the words that I don't say. And so there's a part of you that wants to be happier, more joyful, more fulfilled, more patient, more loving, more compassionate to yourself and others every day. It might get easier and easier to feel this way, in this positive way every single day, not because I say so, but because it's the nature of who you really are deep down at your very core. There is beauty and strength and hope and everything good that exists in this world, in this universe, also lives in your heart. So it's time to slowly come back to the room. It's time for you to invite energy to flow back into your body. It's time for you to come back into yourself, into this moment, into this day. And so as I count up from 1 to 5, invite yourself back from this deep, guided experience. Come back to the room with 1, slowly bringing the energy back into your limbs. 2, bring back everything good with you. Bring back everything positive. Invite yourself to come up with creative solutions over the next few days. Creative ideas, new opportunities to improve life for yourself and others. 3, gently bring yourself back to this moment, this day, this time. 4, wiggle your fingers and toes if you haven't done so already. Take a breath. And 5, invite your eyes to open. Invite your eyes to open. And as they do, just notice how good you feel. And you do feel good. You do feel good, I'm sure. I know I do. So I'll give you a couple minutes to kind of come back into yourself. And what I would appreciate, if you don't mind, is for you to kindly raise your hand on the webinar just so that I can see that you're with me. I know we lost, thank you. We lost a couple people, which is fine. Makes perfect sense. Not everyone could stay the whole time. All right, just keep your hands up if you can. I'm just kind of looking for a unanimous hands up type of thing before I let you all go. Okay. Couple more people. Mm. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this journey. A lot of the work, the guided meditations that I do um, do involve stories or metaphors or visualizations that might at first glance seem to have no relationship whatsoever to the situation at hand. But your subconscious or your other than conscious mind creates connections between things that your conscious mind will never be capable of. So it's all related. And I'm sure that tomorrow, if you haven't already, at least by tomorrow, I'm sure you'll identify 5 things for which you're grateful for in this moment now that are the result of this global situation that we're living in, and also 5 ways to pass it forward to others who might need our help. And I would love it if you would share those with me. I would love it if you would email me or text me if you have my text, my phone number, because it would be awesome to start a list or to, maybe there is synergy between people on this call, where, beautiful things can happen. So with that, I really appreciate you spending time with me, and I hope you got a lot out of it. And I'll be sending out another invitation in the next few days. If you'd like to join, by all means join. And it will be on the website. So sometimes I'm not able to send out as many emails. We have about 4,000 plus emails in our database. And I think I'm only allowed to send out like 500 a day. So I've learned now kind of how to do it so that it's, the emails get out, because I just don't send a lot of marketing stuff at all. Really don't send emails at all. But if you're curious, I'm going to keep doing this, and it will always be posted on the website. So thank you for that. Have a great night, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.